I'm Mike Brooks, and we're at the Caddis Fly, and this morning I'm going to tie a very simple Spider Hilton. You'll love it. Begin by attaching your thread to the hook. The tail on this particular pattern is a thin group of teal, widgeon, or gadwall feathers.
This is your kind of summer steelhead low water tie.
Yeah, it's quite effective, especially in medium to fast water, because it has quite a bit of action. It's actually the Northwest version of a spay fly. And then the body, that stuff that I love is this STS trilobal black dub. This stuff just throws light all over the place. And the fish love it.
That rib was just a holographic silver.
Yep, plain holographic silver tinsel. I use the holographic tinsel in place of plain tinsel, but plain tinsel works too. And I use an English style rib, which is like 5 turns of tinsel evenly spaced up the body. And this part's fairly important. I always put the hackle on before the wings with this style of a fly for the very simple reason that I want the hackle to actually help spread the wings. And the hackle, again, I'm just using plain, ordinary, everyday widgeon. I tie it in by the tip. You clip that tip out. And you want that hackle fairly heavy. Sounds kind of counterintuitive, but if you take a fairly close look for my style of tying, I'm actually crowding the eye. No wrap of hackle or anything else is going over the top of any other wrap. It's actually going in front of it. Makes kind of a nifty looking body that way. And then I'm taking a hen neck grizzly. This wing is a pair of grizzly hackle chips. And what you want to do is you want to lean them up against the hook and kind of judge their size. And then what little trick I've learned is that before you tie them in to keep them from slipping is you're going to stand the fibers out from it like this, and you cut them, just like 5 or 6 of them, and then cut that stem off. And what you end up with is kind of little teeth that stick up that help it stay in place when you're tying it down. And I tie these guys fairly short on either side of the hook. And I do it D-wing style, or if you to look at the top of the hook and draw an invisible line right through it, you'll see that I'm actually getting the tooth of that feather tied right up against that, like so. Then I'm going to spread this thread over my fingernail, counter twist it so it goes perfectly flat. And I'm going to whip finish my head, and you can get just a nice smooth whip finish every time with that flat Danville's thread. Great stuff. I also use it for my midges. I tie and fish a lot of size 20 to 26 midges, And I'm using that Danville's on almost all of them. And you can kind of spread that wing out a little bit and hit it with some head cement or not, take your pick. And that's what it looks like. Just a nice simple fly to tie.